It's kind of like a test live. It's my first live. Going to pick up my daughter from work, so I thought, why not go live? Welcome to the channel. If you rewatch this, my name is Sojourn. Well, that's the name of my channel. Um, and yeah, my channel is all about life, the ups and downs of life. Um, I have 5 children, ranging in ages from 20 to 10 months. But it's mostly about me, just just a regular life vlog. I do a little bit of everything, honestly. Cooking, home improvement. I'm very handy now. Family up my own. So it's a little bit of everything. I have a dog named Fozzie. He's a Candy Corso, and he definitely is in the mix as well. Hey, Dakota Daydreams. Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me okay? I'm using a new mic, so I'm not sure if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Can you hear me? Okay, cool. Appreciate it. How are you doing today? So yeah, as I was saying, welcome to my first live. I'm going to pick up my daughter from work, and I just became eligible to uh, to go live. So I thought that now was a good time while the baby is kind of in her car seat and occupied. I think she's going to take a nap. I'm doing good. It's been a good weekend. It's been really beautiful weather. Um, I took care of my cousin, my little cousin. He's like 2 years old for most of yesterday, and kind of chilled today. So yeah, it's been a decent weekend. I'm really trying to get into my sunroom and check on my plants. I just put some seeds and like the little pods. It's like 4x3, those little trays. And I noticed that there has been some germination. I'm trying to grow a little bit of everything, so I really want to check on those. I definitely need to open the vents in those little trays, and I'm mostly growing hydroponically, so it might be time to put them in like my buckets that I have with hydroponic solution, but I'm not sure yet. Hey, how you doing? Rafiq Ali? I hope I pronounced that right. I'm originally from DC, but I'm in North Carolina. Yeah, as I was saying, guys, I'm gonna digress a lot. Like I have ADHD. If you guys notice something, I literally just chopped my hair off last night. I got so tired of it. Hey, Newcastle. Okay. Hey, wonderful horseshoe. Thank you. Hey, awesome. That's awesome. It's always like this. But yeah, guys, I'm taking my I'm not taking. I'm going to pick up my daughter from work. So I have a little bit of a drive ahead of me. It's just straight highway, pretty much. So, thank you for coming. Definitely like the video if you can. But yeah, I did the big chop. Like the weather is getting kind of warm, and oh, guys, this year has been like so stressful, honestly. and like some of my locks were thinning. That's not really the reason why I cut my hair. I just decided to be bold and do something different. I've cut my hair a lot of times over my lifetime. I've cut my hair a lot. I've locked my hair a lot. Um, yeah, I just feel like a woman doesn't necessarily have to have long hair as long as she maintains it. Hey Janine, how you doing? Good to see you. But yeah, guys, my channel, if you're new here, my channel is it's just a vlog. I'm a mom first and foremost, but I do a little bit of everything DIY. I have a fixer-upper house that I'm working on. I cook, and I just hang out with my family. I hang out with my kids a lot. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Last year I was pregnant with the baby, and just having the hair around my neck and stuff, I was miserable. So it feels really weird, like having air on my scalp and stuff. I'm still getting used to that. I had to wear a hat in the house. I appreciate you guys showing up. It's good to see you too, Janine. Really appreciate you showing up. I really appreciate you guys. Janine is one of my sisters. If you're a young woman or a woman in general, and you're looking for a good inspirational YouTube channel to visit, check out Boldly Unshackled. It's a group that we're a part of on YouTube. Um, it's definitely Christ centered, but it's not exclusive to that. It's very inclusive. If you're a woman, especially, and you need some inspiration and some support, definitely check that out. Janine is a part of the group, and a great woman named Tia runs the group. She has great videos, so definitely check that out. So, what are you guys up to today? Besides picking up my daughter, this is my second oldest. She's 16. My oldest is 20. Um, and then I have a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old son, an 11-year-old daughter, and a 10-month-old baby girl. When we got home, I was just mentioning I'm really trying to check out my plants. I also grow mostly during the warmer months. Hopefully that'll change this year, and I'll be growing in the colder months. I really wanted to check out some vegetables that are not normally a part of my diet and expand my diet, because I'm trying to become more plant-based, pretty much pescatarian, which is what I was before I had the baby. But when I was pregnant with her, I had to get more protein. So I'm pretty much going to go back to that and maybe eat meat every once in a while. So I'm really trying to grow. I want to be as sustainable as possible. I'm not like deep into it. But just, like a little homestead. I'm definitely into that type of stuff. So I want to check out my plants, and I'll probably give Fozzie a chance to run around in the yard. Other than that, that's with the kids. I'm not sure what we'll get into. Yeah, so um, that's another thing I did before I got pregnant. I pretty much eliminated sugar. Soda was definitely my thing, and I kind of replaced that with sparkling water. And honestly, after a while, you definitely go through withdrawal. But I got to the point where sparkling water actually tasted like soda. I want to get back there. Yeah, I definitely need to clean up as well. It's like a never-ending, never-ending situation. Yeah, yeah, it definitely does mess with your stomach when you haven't had it in a while, and you can definitely, um, it doesn't taste the same, versus when you eat it every day. You can definitely taste it's not the same. So I'm 42, and this is gonna sound so like old headish, but meat doesn't taste the same as it used to, especially chicken. To me, It doesn't taste the same. It doesn't even look the same as it used to when I was little. So I'm definitely trying to get back there. More fish, seafood. I can't give up seafood. So more seafood in my diet, more veggies in my diet. I used to hate mushrooms. I love mushrooms now. Well, some mushrooms. I'm not even gonna lie. But I'm really trying to, change my palate. Are you 52? What? That's crazy. It don't crack, does it? You do not look 52. But yeah, like having having a 10-month old. By the time she's 20, I'm gonna be 62. So I want to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to be around for her. Um, she has great siblings and stuff like that, but it's my responsibility to do my part to be around for as much as possible. Yeah, Dakota, I definitely agree with that. In my previous home, I used to raise. We had chickens, mustovee, and some Pekin ducks, and it's the same as when I was little. When you raise them yourself, definitely. Oh yeah, I'm just trying to do my best. Um, just through the ups and downs, just trying to be consistent and do my best to be my best. I try to be a very self-aware person and make improvements where necessary. Like I'm a pretty much black and white person. I'm an open book. So um, yeah, like I'm trying to do my best and be the best mom I can be, best person I can be. So I do still plan on raising those types of animals. This is funny. Like some family members will probably call me a conspiracy theorist or whatever, but I think that COVID and our current climate has shown us that it's definitely necessary to be prepared for whatever might happen, and definitely teach your children to be prepared, or at least have that knowledge. Like the Bible says, train them up in the way that they should go. And I think that also includes being self-sufficient, or at least knowing how to be self-sufficient. They can go to the grocery store, eat whatever when they get older, but these teachings is something that they'll be able to come back to if the crap hits the fan when they're older, and it's going to hit the fan when they get older for sure. Yeah, yeah, we do have some good farmers markets here. Things are just so pricey, um, but sometimes you can find some good picks. You can find some good stuff. Actually, my daughter works at a farmer's market, so she gets a lot of free stuff. So that's definitely a bonus. We definitely take whatever some of her, the different stores they're offering. Yeah, yeah, fresh veggies is definitely the way to go if you can afford it. If you can't, then veggies, period, is definitely the way to go. So yeah, that's definitely what type of time I'm on right now, for sure. Just trying to take advantage of the season. Like it felt like it was cold one minute, and then the next minute it just got really, really warm. I mean, I'm in North Carolina, so we did have some really warm days during the winter, but everything's just blooming and blossoming and popping off right now. Yeah, it definitely does. Definitely does, Dakota. Okay, same weather in Alabama. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I tried to get ahead of the growing season. That didn't really work out, but oh, Dakota, you're in North Carolina too. I'm near Raleigh. What are you close to? I like to ask people like what city exactly they're in. I don't know, but I'm near Raleigh. Janine, you're in Alabama. We might have to get together. I have some nieces in Alabama. I don't see them as much as I would like to, but if I'm ever headed that way with my brother, it's his daughters, then I'll definitely hit you up. We can do lunch or something. Okay. I'm not. Let me see. Can you guys hear me? I think my phone got too hot. Thank you. Yeah, my phone got too hot. I didn't know that was a thing, but it was charging at the same time, so I don't know what's gonna happen again. We'll see. Can you hear me? Let's see if my mic is on. Yeah, it looks like it's on. Okay, cool. Hey Dakota, where did you say you were close to? Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's really nice. If you're interested in like getting lunch sometime, let me know. Hit me up. I'm I'm a just to let you all know, but I'm trying to like be more social. You know? I hear that's a good thing, so I'm trying to give it a shot. But yeah, like I'm also realizing more and more that I mean, like I know it, but putting it into practice is different. Like you need people, not necessarily to get something from them per se, but just like it's just good to know people, have have different points of contact, knowing people from different life experiences. So that's another one of my goals. Like I've been in mom mode for so long. Um, I've been a single mom. I was previously married, so like I'm just so used to being in mom mode that that just ties in with me being an introvert. So that's not the healthiest thing. Yeah, like I know it, and I definitely teach it to my kids, but I gotta put it into practice for them to see, because they definitely emulate everything I do. Like if I were to tell my kids, um, I could say something wild, and they have so much trust in me. My 20-year-old, of course, she has some common sense, but there was a time when she would like, you know, okay, I know this is not necessarily right, but my mom said it, so I'm just gonna go with what she said, and so I need to make sure I put it into practice, um, so that they can actually see it. Come on, man, don't do that. Yo, this truck is crazy. That is not good. Throwing that thing around like that. Yeah, it's hard to put it into practice. I mean, people are weird. People are weird, and you just don't know what level of weird you're gonna get. So that you definitely have to be careful. But um, cutting off people entirely is a little on the extreme side of the spectrum for sure, and that's what I have a tendency to do. Like I literally say, God, nobody ever wants to go to prison, but if I did go to prison and they put me in solitary confinement, I'd be good with that. That would be okay. Like I would not be one of those people where like they open the little slot in the door and the person's just like, talking to themselves and bumping into the wall. I'd be like, hey, what's up? I'd be good. I'm totally good by myself. Yeah, yeah. There's good, weird, fun, weird, and scary, weird. Yeah, yeah. I don't want the scary weird. I'm definitely weird, but I don't think I'm scary weird. So you just gotta check people out for a little bit. I've even thought about doing like some game nights in Raleigh once the baby gets older, because she is a Velcro baby. Like I've never had a Velcro baby before, so for sure, for sure, for sure. Definitely have to take some time to read people and get to know people. Um, if that weirdo meter is if I have an inkling that the weirdo meter is past the halfway mark, it might not even be so, but I'm not gonna take any chances. Right, a tea party. Listen, I'm like, cause I don't know if it's the ADHD, but I'm always so much in my head anyway. Um, I have a lot to think about, a lot to ponder. That could give me a good year of silence. I'm also good with like not talking, so it would all be going on up here. I would be good for about a year with my thoughts in a padded room or in solitary confinement. Yeah, yeah. Scary weird people think that they are fully functional, emotionally available, and all of that, right? And then they do something or say something, and you're like, mm-mm, that's not normal, friend. Fun weird people know they're a little off center, and they're okay with that. That's definitely me. I'm definitely a little off center. Like I have an interesting sense of humor, especially me and my kids. Like if somebody were to come into my house and hear the things that we joke about, it would probably be a little disturbing. But I've homeschooled them. Like we've been around each other a lot, 24/7. So my kids are we're very very comfortable with each other. Hey Sandra, how you doing? So yeah, we're all very very weird. Yes, she's definitely taking the time to learn, and I'm like, I definitely believe in attached parenting. So I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Hope you're doing well today. Um, so I'm fine with it. Sometimes I'm like, oh, you know, everybody has those moments, but I was an attached parent with all of them. So it just for me that it just comes with the territory of parenting, like, and this is no judgment on anybody else, but I believe like when you become a parent, your time is done. You know, it's all about them. So it's all good that she's attached. She's my last one, so I'm definitely gonna take the time to enjoy it. Um, and honestly, if she wasn't Velcro-y like that, I probably wouldn't leave her with anybody anyway. I've never really done that with any of my kids except for like maybe my mom. But I really don't believe in like leaving kids with other people until they can talk and tell you what's going on. Because it's too much going on, especially these days. People. Mm-mm. That's part of what I feel like is my job as a mother is to break the things that we call generational curses. Usually aren't generational curses. It's just parents not being responsible or letting stuff happen, and it creates traumas. Traumas are generational curses. So um, I'm all about avoiding that as much as possible. Your mom used to say that too, Janine? Yeah. So I'm good with the Velcro. She gets on my nerves though, but I'm good with it. And like I get to see all the milestones and things like that. So yeah, it's just too much going on. Too much going on. People, we were just talking about different levels of weird, Sandra. So it's too many different levels of weird. Like most people can't take care of themselves, so how are they gonna take care of your child the way you want them to? That's just me. I don't judge anybody who feels differently. Let me move my junk out the way. So hey Riley, go inside. Go. Oh, the baby's asleep, isn't she? Go inside real quick and tell Katie that we're here. Sandra, what are you getting into today? How's your day? Yeah, yeah. So you already know. Like you see it all. You've seen it all. Like Dakota, you've seen the kids that come in with trauma. You've seen the kids that come in and like something's not right at home. And knowing that she's a Velcro baby, um, I couldn't. I just couldn't put her in daycare. I feel like that would be kind of traumatic for her because she was like that from like day one. Like even like she's just warming up to my husband. Hey, the J Jordan, how you doing? I'm doing good. I'm glad your day's been good, Sandra. I'm picking up my daughter from work. Let me see if my phone is. It's not too hot, but I'm parked, so I'm gonna put it in front of this little air vent. Yeah, I'm picking up my daughter from work and just chilling. This is my first live, so I don't know if y'all noticed I did a little chop chop. I feel good. You know what, guys? Like I've cut my hair numerous times in my life, right? Like throughout high school, like I think I cut off perms like maybe my sophomore year in high school. And after that, just kind of went from having locks multiple times, short hair multiple times. I've just gone through all the different styles, but like I was always so self-conscious and didn't like the shape of my face with short hair. And this summer I was like, I've been walking around the house saying, I'm gonna cut my hair off. I'm gonna shave it off. And everybody's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like I'm messing with my daughter and my husband. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm actually gonna do it. And they're like, yeah, right, okay, whatever. And I just went for it last night. It was like I went up the back and I was like, well, it's really no turning back now. I thought about leaving some on top, and I was like, no, I'm not even gonna do that. But it was very liberating. And I think that now that I'm older, I'm 42, it's like this is what the aunties and the moms talk about how like your mind changes. Something just changes in your confidence level and your perspective when you get older. Appreciate it, Sandra. Is it Sandra or Sandra? Thank you. Yeah, guys, I feel good. I wasn't really nervous about going live. I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about, honestly. But it just, I guess stuff just kind of comes out as you start talking.
I think she's gonna be out in a minute.
She's going to be out? All right. But yeah, I feel good. It feels good. Like, after I saw myself, I was like, okay, you know, now I just have to get back to working out. I haven't really worked out since before the baby. Like, I'm a very athletic person. Like, I played sports all throughout high school, like basketball, track, cross country, all that stuff. So, I just need to get back in the gym. Pretty much work on my endurance and thank you, Janine. That's exactly what it is. Like I think before the last time I cut my hair like this was in my previous marriage, and if he had said or said something negative, I wouldn't have done it. But it wasn't a healthy relationship anyway. But just me in general, he could have been a perfect guy, and that still would have played into what I was gonna do. But now I'm like, You be all right. And that's for anybody. Anybody in my life, you will be okay. Exactly, Janine. Yeah. All right, my daughter's here, guys. She's not a social butterfly. She is introverted me times 10, so if she doesn't want to be on camera, I'm a go. Are you okay with me being live?
I don't mind.
All right. Okay. She's good with it. So we're going to keep rocking until my phone overheats again. Yeah, I feel confident. I feel good. Like, I kept my locks. Okay. That was like, I think that was in the back of my mind, that was a little bit of a safety net for me. I kept my locks and I was like, if I don't like it, I can just grow my hair out, go to a loctician and get them reattached. That was my plan. But after I saw my hair um yesterday, I was like, look, we might be here for a minute. We might be here for a minute. And I feel like short hair, and I did not feel like this before. This is just 42-year-old me, right? It makes me want to be more feminine for some reason. Cause I'm very tomboyish. So it's like, okay. I went on Thread Up and well, y'all already seen Riley. I didn't know if she felt comfortable. Where'd the ice cream come? Are y'all serious?
Yeah.
Wow. 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 Okay. All right. Didn't even bother to ask me if I wanted a cone, a sample.
I got rolls.
Oh, guys, look, she got me rolls, but it's not ice cream.
All right.
It's not ice cream.
You can have nothing with your dinner tonight.
Whatever, man. You see how they did me? But I said I was, I said I wasn't gonna be on that sugar, didn't I? So it's okay. I guess that was God intervening. Okay, okay. But no, guys, it makes me want to be more feminine. So I went on Thread Up and I got like some dresses and some, honestly, just some house dresses around the house and stuff like that. And I'm gonna do it up a little bit, just a little bit. I'm still very, very tomboyish, so. But it's time to do some different things. So I gotta like come out of my comfort zone. I've been saying, like, if you guys have seen any of my videos, I have been saying that this is my growth season. God has taken me through so much, y'all. Like, long story short, this is not a sob story. This is a testimony because it's still in the works. If I'm a Christian, y'all, so it's gonna come out of me. If you're not, that is a-okay. I'm not shoving anything down your throat, but um yeah, like, I was a single mom. I came out of an abusive relationship. I was a single mom, right, for a while. And guys, I worked at the Waffle House. I have not eaten so they could eat. We've been through some stuff, right? So I was working at this factory, it's like car parts or something like that, and I was so tired because I was determined that even though things fell apart in that area, I was still going to homeschool my kids. I was still going to be a mom. I was living with my mom. We had moved from Maryland down here to North Carolina, and I was determined that I was still going to homeschool them. So I was working at night. Hey, hey, hey. And the car got a little bit too close. So I was working at night at a factory, and I went to the bathroom, and I was so tired, I fell asleep on the toilet. I'm not lying to you. I fell asleep on the toilet, and in that bathroom, it was motion sensor lights. So because I fell asleep on the toilet, the lights went out. And I don't know how long I was asleep on the toilet, but I got startled when some women came into the bathroom, used the bathroom, and the lights came back on. I was like, I can't do this anymore. So I was looking online, like, how can I make some money? I'm not trying to let things be like this, right? So I went to a boot camp, a tech boot camp. And before the boot camp was over, I got an apprenticeship at IBM. And that's when everything changed, right? So I was at IBM, definitely a learning experience in a lot of ways. Everything from financially to culturally, okay? God had me there for a reason to learn some things and to see some things. Um, I got there right before COVID started, and I was there for 2 or 3 years, and I kind of got lost in the mix because we weren't familiar with how to work socially distanced. So I was basically doing nothing and getting paid six figures for over a year. That was my first year. Long story short, I felt an inkling. I'm not gonna say inkling. God was telling me, you need to start looking at some other things. But I got comfortable where I was. I went from nothing, eating yogurt for dinner, to now, okay, we're doing some things. So I got comfortable. That was the first time that God was speaking to me. Um, so I'm there, I'm chilling, not really getting the training that I need. Hey, Lafita. And long story short, I don't know if anybody's familiar with the tech scene right now, but I got laid off right before the big company started laying people off, right? And I was still pregnant. So that's when things got a little tough. Almost went through foreclosure. We went through a lot, but God is good. And this is my growth season. And I'm learning a lot. I'm growing a lot. So that's why, you're going to hear me talk about growth a lot. I'm trying to grow in every area of my life. Um, Looking back and seeing opportunities where I could have done something or should have done something, but I was too scared. Like God was telling me to start uh, this YouTube channel during COVID when I wasn't doing anything, but I was too afraid. I was too afraid. Um, but yeah, I want everything that God has for me. Everything. And sometimes that means being bold, right? Sometimes that means stepping out of your comfort zone. It means doing things that you wouldn't otherwise do, connecting with people that you wouldn't otherwise connect with. It means opening your mouth and speaking. It means a lot. So that's what I'm doing in this season. Yep, exactly, the freedom. So yeah, it's been really tough. It's been very, very stressful. Um, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. Things would get tough. Like, look, I would guys. I said I'm an open book, right? There was a point where I had to park my car in my garage. My garage is like it's like the lower level of my house because I couldn't pay that bill. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Things got tough, but through it all, as soon as things got bleak, as soon as things got dark, as soon as it looked like it was about to hit the fan, God would show up. How would God show up? Look, listen, God is good. God is good. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example. So I'm like, how am I gonna pay these bills? What am I gonna do? Then I get something in the mail, right? I get something in the mail that says I was previously married. I have 4 kids from my previous marriage and one from this marriage right here. He wants to take me to court to lower the child support, right? I'm like, God. We get there. He initiated this whole thing, right? We get there. They start looking over things. They're like, well, actually, sir, things have changed on our end as far as the state is concerned. We need to increase this. Guys, this man tried to take me, these children that look just like him, tried to take me to get a paternity test for kids that, like, we were married for 13 years. Like he was trying to get out of paying, right? Because all of a sudden he started stuttering and they were like, oh, well, we need to double it, sir. Actually, you're going to pay double. You're going to pay double. God is good, y'all. That's how good God is. I went in there thinking things were going to go one way. Things turned completely around. That's how good God is. That's how God works. And it's been like that this whole time. I've been going through things. Things would come up. Things would happen. And right when it looked like things were going to hit the fan, God would show up. This is my growth season. This is a season where I'm learning not to rely on myself and not get comfortable. Like I mentioned, that what happened at IBM when I got comfortable. This is a season of me being on my toes, learning how to be flexible, learning how to open my eyes, learning how to speak for myself, advocate for myself, all of that, the whole nine. And yes, that's right. Unapologetic about it. You went through the same thing, Lafita? Yeah, Janice, like, listen, it's like you can't leave how can I say this? If I have children, they are my responsibility, they are my legacy. Whatever amount of money I have to pay to make sure that they're comfortable, I'm gonna have to pay it. You wouldn't even have to take me to court. Furthermore, wherever they are, that's where I would be. If I have to sleep in a car to be close to them, that's where I would be. Nobody would have to tell me to take care of my responsibilities, but that's another story for another day. Um, people, they just, people are just, I'm just going to say, people can be very selfish. And you would think that when children are involved, it wouldn't be like that. But a selfish person is a selfish person. It doesn't matter who they are being selfish towards. And I can speak like this in front of them because for a long time, I did not I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't open my mouth. I wouldn't say anything. For a long time, I actually protected him, but I just let things be how they were, and they saw for themselves. So they already know. They already know what type of person he is. They don't even have any contact with him anymore. So, but yeah, God will turn things around. You'll think something's going one way, and it's going a completely different way. Like I've grown so much. Like my house is a fixer upper, and I used to be ashamed of it, and now I'm not ashamed. Like I'm everything that I have, I am thankful for. When I tell you, I literally wake up in the morning, I hear the birds chirping, the first thing I say is thank you, Jesus, for what I have. And even if I didn't have this house, I would be like, thank you, Jesus. you know in 2019 you were in court and you didn't say you did. Yep, exactly, Lafita. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I was surprised that the judge even went for it. So this is the full story. I had three kids. I had my 20-year-old, I had my 16-year-old, I had my 14-year-old, my son, right? And then he got a vasectomy. And I was there. Like the doctor actually let me sit down. I was sitting at the table when he was performing the procedure. And so that's the excuse that he used because we ended up still having that one back there. We had her even though he had a vasectomy. So that's the excuse that he used. He was like, well, I had a vasectomy. I still have the papers. I was like, man, Ninja, you don't even know the doctor's name. That was 11 years ago. So he was like, well, I'm kind of unsure. So I wanted, if I'm unsure about one